Hello, good people, and welcome back. In our last recording, in our last class, we talked about lists, covered everything about lists, and did a few examples on lists. Right now, we're going to talk about sets. Basically, we're going to talk about basics of sets. That's the way we did basics on lists. So, what's a set? So we're going to start with a description of what a set is. So set is an ordered collection of unique elements. Now, we have, basically we have unique elements being collected to create a set. What are the characteristics of a set? How does a set look like? So one, sets are unordered, as we just said. What does this mean? Meaning no position, or index. So basically it means we cannot do an index on sets, and sets as well sets are unique, which means elements in the set elements in the set do not share the same value. Basically we're saying no value in the set share the same value, obviously. So there is uniqueness. So there's a uniqueness, and then we have an ordered list, ordered set. Apologies for saying that. So how to create a set? So we use the set function. List, that's one, and you can also use a set literal. We'll cover each, which is shown by the curly braces. Sorry, no. Exactly. So we have those two ways of creating sets. So when we use a set function, it means basically it will accept second step. Basically what I mean by the sequence type iterable object is things like list, string. That's why we use when we use a set with a calibre when we use a set function, it will have at least a string and the likes as its elements. And when we use the curly braces, this one, it will have a comma separated elements. I hope we're clear about that. we can declare empty set by writing set and the results is an empty set. All that's clear up to there about sets. Basically, we've covered basic introduction of what a set is, elements of a set, and how sets are created. We can do an example of how both do come into life using regular examples. So let's say we want to do number one. That's how. So if we want to use the set function, we use the set as we said, open and closing bracket, and then we have it. We have now these are list because a list has the square bracket. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, we clear up to there. So we can. This is number 1 using the set function. Using set function. Then another one is using we've said we use a set literal, the opening and closing. So whereby we will say num2 is equals to. Now we'll use the opening and closing curly braces, so we'll do 4, 5, 6. As we said here, now it will be a sequence. Okay, sequence. When we use the set function to be a set of list strings, so the same we just have it. Then for here, these are lists since we have the square bracket. Then if we use the set literal, we use it's a comma separated elements. That's as shown here. I hope we are on the same page on how sets are created. We've just said elements of a set are unordered, right? And they have no position, so they cannot be indexed. Position and cannot be indexed. So if you will try saying num1 and then 0 or 2, it will give you an error. I hope we are clear up to there on how sets are created and how to access it. So how do you modify sets in this case? Modify sets. How do you modify sets? Sets are mutable. Okay. Sets are mutable. Lists are mutable as well. I hope that's clear. So it means that our elements. It means we can. It means that we can add elements can be added or removed from the sets using methods. Oh, that's clear. So we have a add method, and we have a remove. Basically, method same as down to heading. Same as down to heading lists. So basically, add is to place a new element in the set. Remove or pop is to remove as element from the set. Additionally, set supports other functions other methods. Sorry. For example, it supports the len function, which shows the length. We don't have not the length per se, but the number of items, number of elements in the set. Yeah, and there are other methods that are supported by a set. And number one is the length. Number one you've seen is the length to show the number of elements in a set. Another one is if our I'm going to say we have a set called set, so that I'll use it in our example as we go along. So another one is set. So if we have if we want to add value, so this one set. Then we have set.pop. We've said it removes. So this removes a random element. Then we have set.clear. This one as well, as the statement says, it clears all the elements. So if you want to clear an element, if you want to clear elements in a set, use the clear method. There are more methods which can be used in a set, but okay, we've just taken those few as an example. That's most of what a set is. I'm going to do a video on examples of sets in a file. Then I'll be able to share it. So in case anyone has a question on sets, you can leave a comment or drop a question in the comment section. You can share this with your friend. Let's learn programming together. See you in the next one.